Welcome, friends. I'm Mike Mooney, and I'm so glad you're joining me in the Creating Traction video series. I created this series to serve as a professional and a personal vehicle for reflective thought, opening lines of communication, sharing experiences, and brainstorming to help us all be more present and intentional and curious in our lives, right? And today's message is around the power of trust. I believe that trust is an absolute accelerator in our lives and in our business. And if you think about it, trust can help us save time and reduce stress and save money when we don't have to keep checking in with colleagues or customers or leaders to see if they're going to do what it is they say they're going to do for us, right? Trust can increase our adaptability and even creativity when we're free to share our concerns or that crazy idea we don't think anyone's going to get, but you feel safe to throw it out there. It really is a cornerstone for successful relationships in business and life in general. Now, I want to share with you a book that I came across about 7 years ago, and I wasn't necessarily looking for it. It's by Stephen Covey, and it's called The Speed of Trust. And in this, and maybe there was a title that got me, but in this, Covey unpacks the two key components of trust that was so enlightening for me, and I've shared this in a lot of my messages, but I want to unpack it here as well, I used to look at trust as being this one thing, like you're supposed to earn trust, have trust, build trust. But what Covey did is he really unpacked that into two core elements, which first is the idea of character. I trust the person. And then there's competence. I trust what it is that they can do. And that blew my mind, because now I'm thinking I can be more intentional with how I can go about earning trust every day, either with my character and with my competence. It shouldn't be an either or, it should be an and, but it really was an impactful lesson for me. And I wish I'd actually learned it earlier in my career. So I'll admit this, I am a recovering people pleaser, yes. And maybe you can relate to that. But for me, I equated saying yes with people then liking me, which again, might be because I'm an only child as well. I don't know. It's a whole other story, another therapy session or a video. We'll figure that out. The point is, I was attaching trust to the wrong things. You see, I was going around because I wanted to be seen as a team player, saying yes to everyone, anything they needed, because I wanted to be part of that team. When in actuality, I found myself on this hamster wheel of not being able to get all of my work done. I was not only that, handing in piss poor work, quite honestly. It wasn't my best effort, but I couldn't keep up with all of it. And fortunately, I had a leader who sat me down and said, Mike, we need to have a conversation. And I actually took what could have been something negative and made it positive. He said, Mike, everyone here loves having you on the team. The challenge is that you are taking on so many things and you're over-promising and under-delivering that you're becoming untrustworthy. You are developing a reputation for not being trustworthy to actually do what you say you're going to do. Oh, my heart sank. It was the complete antithesis of everything I was trying to do, right? But it really was an opportunity for me to reflect and to learn and to grow. And that's how I looked at it. I had to look in the mirror instead of looking down the end of my finger and explaining away and rationalizing why this was happening. So again, this is an opportunity for all of us to think about how and where we're earning trust. Now, here's what I'd like you to do, all right? I'd like you to take out a piece of paper, a pen, whatever, and I'm going to share with you 5 ways that you can start earning trust today. And some of these aren't going to be surprises, but sometimes we just don't think about them on a consistent or regular basis. So here's that opportunity. And yes, there are more than 5, but I wanted to share these with you because my hope is that you're going to take one that resonates. You can talk about it and figure out, how can I put this into play today or this week? All right. So the first one is this. Number 1, be consistent. Be consistent in your work product. Be consistent in how you're showing up. Are you showing up calm and steady, or are you frantic and angry, right? Number 2, be an expert by demonstrating your knowledge and skills. Now notice I said demonstrating your knowledge and skills. I didn't say tell everybody how great you are, although I'm sure you are, and I believe you are. It's all about letting your actions tell that story, okay? Number 3, manners matter. Treat everyone with respect. Don't forget your please. Don't forget your thank yous. No matter how busy you are, show the appreciation for what people are doing and how they're showing up in your life. Number 4, this is a great one. Be accountable. That's right. Be accountable for and take responsibility for your actions, your words, even your mistakes. That's just as important. Accountability. Number 5 is all about respecting confidentiality. This is an important one, right? And I'll admit, I've been on both sides of this where I haven't held up the confidentiality as I should have, right? I'll raise my hand on that. That's something that, I have to be very intentional with, and I hold very, very, very close to me. So think about that. If somebody's confiding in you, show them that respect to keep that information here with you. If they want other people to know, they'll let other people know. Okay? Now, again, those are just 5 quick ones, but of those 5, which could you take and which could you put into play? Ask the question, because friends, if you're looking to increase results, if you're looking to drive deeper relationships, you want to open the doors for more opportunities, be more creative, right? Expand your impact. It's all about earning trust. That's got to be your priority. Trust is the fuel that helps us thrive. Don't forget that. I'd love to hear how trust is creating more traction in your life. So feel free to drop me an email at mike@mikemooney.com. I'd love to hear how it's working for you. I'm so thankful you're part of this series and in this community. And as always, friends, keep digging.